toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Rebels will kick it away to start.
Ya se venga a segundo que I don't know what's easy. Yeah, I do.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
But what y'all don't know is when you do that,
from the gun, the running back has it. Runs through a tackle. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the
fight.
Now on first down from the 28. Looking downfield, it's Woods. Swings it out to his running back. Trucks through the defender. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion,
but they can learn how to catch.
Keep them from getting the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the run.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The aerial assault continues. Going to take a shot. It's caught along the sidelines.
Quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up 4th down.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Canes will have it 1st and 10. used the play fake. Now to throw. Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the
Well, I'm
I
texting.
don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back.
Throws for the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Defense was a little anxious there, got caught offsides. The penalty will be declined and give him the touchdown. On to attempt to try. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Number 10, set to kick this one away. And it'll be a touchback ball. Will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play.
3.
Makes the quick grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Rebels are in the hurry up.
I love this defense's ability to fight off block.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it on the left. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Fast motion from the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On the ground, it's Stewart.
Oh, block the fucking leg, son.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Rebels are rolling down the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pressure coming. And he is snowed under in the backfield. He'll lose
Well, you have too much fun with
And
it.
here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. And they
Maybe
dialed
turn
up a
around and
short
jump.
play, but they couldn't hook up.
Long incompletions. Okay, we got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
What, 4th and 12?
And the Rebels will go for it on 4th down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
I thought I fucking...
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down.
I stopped when I told you to. Good shit.
No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Miami 7, Ole Miss 0.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll see if they can dial up one that works this time on second down from the 14. Dropping back, it's Woods. He lets one fly deep. He's got it on the right. And he breaks into the open.
Seen it too many times, dog.
Inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Miami.
And Man, that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Tulsa found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Golden Hurricanes football. Those folks in Chapman Stadium won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. It's one game. You don't want to
Oh, they fucked my line. Oh.
But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on every... country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Line gets set, first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it.
50 times his first carry.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Power football with the run. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs.
Gotta go back to reading defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man to the left. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Receiver looks it in, it's complete.
Hell of a throw, boy. I think that'd be down with a tap.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone.
I'm fucking out. He twirling this shit.
And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Gets it out quickly. Makes the catch and knocked down.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you can.
He's loose. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Movement here from the tight end. Off play action on first down. And the double coverage.
We made a stop. But the boy said on Little Giants, we got a yard. That's good.
The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Wants to throw on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going for it all. It goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Good throw, man.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Show me where you're playing, Nathan.
On 4th down, going to the air. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield. They couldn't
Trust your quarterbacks.
You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Let me explode your fucking play real quick. Listen to me, you seen it?
They're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
Looking to buy time. He will step out of bounds, but not a
JC.
big pickup and a first down for this offense.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for the score.
There we fucking go. That's how you used to play Mads, man.
Touchdown.
Good.
No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game
Ball over him or somebody else needs to play with the Jets. Not the Jets.
They've done just that.
Get an RPO shit pop.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Ripping through the defense. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position.
Slow it down. I just dished you.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and
going for the big play. It's a big strike.
Push roll glass full. I prefer the better thing. Oh. I see you, Manny.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7.
I think y'all be changing names. Sometimes the names be catching the motherfucker.
Put it in the end zone just like that. A lot of time left to line up for an onside kick. I mean, you're risking giving up really good field position.
I kick it
in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Takes the easy one to the back.
Give them free
He's
hits.
brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, you know, and the second one, you know, usually he takes me out of the game.
A shot toward the
Good fucking throw. Good fucking throw. Shit, fucking throw. Ooh.
It's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football. That's
Perfect fucking play call in the cover 6. Got nobody on the side.
Because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Gets it across
All right, balls, we acting like you want
21 and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
fucking 83. Yeah, so you better turn it to job. Ain't got no watch.
Offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They bring him down, and he's going to
A lot of fucking running backs,
one.
freshmen,
Rebels come to the
or
line
any
to
freshman,
hurry
never
up.
feel like how they supposed to feel.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Feeling some heat. Flushed out of the pocket. And he was hit
I could have just
just
kept
as he
running.
was releasing
That's
the
good.
pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They line up with some serious
Okay,
work to
okay,
do.
what we
They
doing,
want
what we
to
doing, what we
convert
doing?
this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that pass is
Same shit Breeze was
intercepted.
throwing.
And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Scanning the field, it's Woods. He's got his man. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down.
I can do it to you, dog.
This offense has a 2nd down play. They move the tight end all over. The play action fake. Got his man. The Hurricanes are stopped, but not before getting the first down. Offense in the hurry up. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone.
Come on, I can bump too, bitch. What's the hell? There's no corners.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
Let's switch assist. That was fucking huge
His
for it.
fingers incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Good shit. I sold it.
He's all the way down to the
He's
27-yard
absolutely
line,
right.
and they are threatening. He'll just keep slinging it. Throws toward the end zone.
I see you, Seahorn.
For a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
Got him downfield.
You got the town. Good shit.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense
Not the
has
fucking
been
RP,
a
I mean,
juggernaut,
direct
and they
snap.
have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal.
Get big, bitch.
Touchdown.
Oh, this shit fun, son.
Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job of blocking right now.
This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen.
Cluster, what the fuck is you doing?
Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Stands in and takes the hit. And he pulls it in.
Oh, man, fucking freshman receiver playing better than all you niggas.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line.
Fucking freshman receiver playing better than all you motherfuckers.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half.
Well, this ain't gotta worry about no concede, huh?
Who knows what the heck will happen.
35, Ole Miss 14.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out.
Y'all boy we doing, use a strip and try some new shit, you heard me? Yeah. Wow.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate.
He's looking deep.
I forgot they 99 speed. That shit.
What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
What a beautiful throw and
Gotta
catch
do it to
on
you
display.
again, dog.
They love
All your plays about to be put on the block.
tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Out of the backfield, he's open.
This is
Fucking
exactly
D-line.
why this guy
Yeah.
he does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
They're bringing Heat. Buys a little extra time. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Using his legs, keeping his eyes down.
What the fuck? Oh my lord.
Incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Makes the grab down the left side. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Special receivers.
And what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen. Force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Ole Miss 24.
And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking for space. It's Stewart. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback checking off. On the move. Got the first down and more. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the comeback is on. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Going for the return. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Looking to take a shot.
Oof. Like that. I ain't got no speed.
Touchdown, Canes.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Boston College delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the ACC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Chestnut Hill. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, If you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Running the red zone. It's Ramsauer. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll set up to throw. They're lets it fly deep downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Shit, boy.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he... looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
No pressure. No pressure.
And the Canes look to keep this drive humming. Looking to go up top on first down. Just steamrolling the defense. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry up. He wants to throw. He'll take a shot. Got it. And he's
good shit, good shit.
Touchdown, Hurricane. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They go to the draw, and he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. This guy is seriously not going to go for it this close to his own end zone. I mean, he does have a punter, doesn't he? On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. He's got it down the right side.
I see you push the fucking freshman.
Gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
On the run, it's Ramsauer. Just trucks through it. Just shedding tackles. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And here they come, almost all the way back.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He's got great speed. Got a little room. And
good shit.
There he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Miami. Number 13 with the return.
Lining up for the PAT. To the air, it's Wood. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2.
Miami, 57. Ole Miss, 42.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The defense has not had an answer for this guy today. Already over 150 yards receiving. That time, the ball falls incomplete, but we haven't seen that happen too often today.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Quarterback checking the play.
Ole Miss 42.
First down to start the drive after the break. Well,
good shit, Nick Tack. Both of them, Lord, I'm
end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
Back to throw, it's Kane. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it inside the 15. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Houston went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Cougars always seem to get every...
Offense getting set for first down. He's going to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Looking down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
It's your game. I love it, love it, love it.
Touchdown, Miami. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
64, Ole Miss 49.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
They'll run the option. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Wants to pass. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Quarterback sneaks ahead. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. From inside the 15, here's the return. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll put the tight end in motion. They've been running it, but now the pass. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, K. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15.
This shit taking the time off.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Miami 71, Ole Miss 56.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got him right.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
The give out of the gun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it sets up 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's got it, and they convert. And the defense may see immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he's picked off again.
He's called him. Game over.
Up to speed. His 3rd interception.
Take over 1st and 10.
Good jump, though. Good jump, though.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Now, if they can get a stop on this 3rd and 10, expect an immediate timeout. Finds space on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Canes with the 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Woods. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Your motherfucking fight, Ole Miss.
Has ensued.
Let's
The
go
kick
school.
is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Miami 78, Ole Miss 56.
Fair catch called for and made. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route and hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Now the pitch. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's going up top here late in the game. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come.
And that ball's free behind the line. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field. He's loose down the middle. Past the 10. And a great return on the play before they're finally able to bring him down.
And there's so much skill to these returns. As soon as you get the football, man, watch the defensive guys turn into blockers and understanding how to follow your blockers. And he did everything right except for getting the end zone. Got it inside the 5-yard line. Now set up the
your game, man.
Great field possession.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And they'll take a knee. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good.
Good game, good game.
Grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. FIU handled its business today, and given what this week was like in Miami, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final screen. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all
I
over
see
the
you
country.
cook, dog.
Sounds like they had a good one
Good
there.
ball.
This defense giving up ground, and he's finally knocked down at the 26. To the air on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Stewart. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. From the red zone, looking for a man. Lets it fly.
Oh!
Makes the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in
Play your
there.
game. Run another.
Ripping through the defense and
Run
getting
another.
all the way
Go.
down to the 24.
Score 88 on them niggas.
The Hurricanes want to move quickly.
Hey, you know I play
Off the
son.
play fake on 1st down.
How you get your fucking people
Red
pulled,
doing
stats
what he
and
does
shit.
best. He can move. Deep shot for the end zone.
Ah,
And it
good shit.
slips through
Good
his
shit.
Fingers incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late, and that's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.